Hello and welcome everybody. What's going on? So this is Mezame TV, and I know the audio is quite off today, and that's because my microphone it blew up. Basically it stopped working. So I've ordered a new one which should arrive tomorrow. So for today, for this preview and obviously the post-match review, you'll be seeing this audio. Now I know it's a bit late with this preview, but like I said, my audio kind of got messed up. I've been a little bit busy here and there, because university starts again next week, and I've been busy with work. So I've been around places, so I didn't really have the time to do a preview. But I really wanted to do a preview just for today. Just to see how the audio is. Not just that, but just to give my thoughts on that, because I didn't do a preview to the Champions League match, so I just wanted to do a preview for obviously the Ingolstadt match, which is today in 2 hours. So I'm kind of running it short a little bit. But yeah, let's talk about us before I talk about Ingolstadt. So there are quite a few things happening with us today, and that is definitely that Kimmich will start. Ancelotti has said that Kimmich will start and that Coman will start. Now, Coman was kind of predictable because Coman, because Ancelotti did mention during the week that the reason why Coman wasn't with the team, at the Champions League match, was because he was going to play Saturday. So knowing that he's going to start, that's very good. That's very good news, because I like Coman. I think that his ceiling is very high. A lot of people say that he is very one-dimensional, that he's a one-trick pony. I disagree with that. I think that right now he does his job perfectly. Now you can see that basically when he plays on the left, he can go on the outside, he can go on the inside. When he plays on the right, his main job is really to stay wide, to try and create as much space for the central players, or it was that way last season. And so his main job was basically to go outside. But I think that it just depends on if he's given the freedom to do whatever he wants, then he's not gonna be as one-dimensional as he might have seemed last season. So yeah, that's just my take though on Coman. I really like seeing him play, because he's a great player, and knowing that he's gonna start, that's gonna be very awesome. That's gonna be very awesome. Well, let's talk about Kimmich. Kimmich starting as well. That's a good news, because Ancelotti's saying that he doesn't know what his team is going to be, but he knows that Kimmich is going to start. That to me is music in my ears, because it goes back to one of the very famous quotes that Louis van Gaal once did, where he said that Müller spielt immer. Basically, Müller plays all the time. He always plays. So you can see that Ancelotti has that same philosophy, I guess you could say, with Kimmich, where he's like, yeah, Kimmich, he always plays for me. He always plays, and Kimmich has basically been the biggest winner so far on Ancelotti. Kimmich last season, he did play a lot. It wasn't like he didn't play at all. He played quite regularly. In central defense, obviously, where we had our problems, But seeing that Kimmich is being given his spot as a register under Ancelotti makes me happy, because I'll be honest, right? I feared for Kimmich. I really did fear for Kimmich, because there were the rumors and everything that Ancelotti doesn't rotate, Ancelotti doesn't do this, Ancelotti doesn't do that. I read his book, right, and I was like, yeah, Kimmich. He was saying that he wanted to rotate, but Paris didn't really let him. So I was a little bit skeptical. I was going into Ancelotti era. I was like, yeah, is he going to rotate? Is he not going to rotate? I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see, and see what happens. But so far he's been playing. He's been rotating quite a lot. It just shows you that if he has the squad, he will rotate. So yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm really happy about that, and especially seeing Kimmich as a register. It's his favorite position. It's probably his best position. Let's be fair here. And just seeing him, I'm hoping that we're going to see Sanchez as well. Seeing him and Sanchez, that would be really good to see, because I like seeing young players. Because he's just they're lads, they're kids basically, compared to the likes of Alonso, Vidal, and Thiago. Thiago is pretty young as well, but compared to those three, Kimmich and Sanchez, they're pretty young. They're just the kids. Although technically, Kimmich is 1 year older than me, but they're kids. The kids can't deal with it, right? In football terms, they're kids. So I like seeing them play. I like seeing them take, I like seeing them take responsibility, because it just makes me happy. It really does. It makes me happy seeing that the coach trusts the players. So yeah, I do like seeing that. Now, I didn't mention I want to see Sanchez play. Ideally, I would like to see Dorsch play as well, but I don't think that's going to be the case. What do you think the team will be? Honestly, I can't really say. Boateng and Robin are back in the team, so that's one good news. Boateng, I'm normally not a fan of substituting defenders in, especially central defenders. I'm not really a fan of doing that because for me, if you want to have two centre backs, you want to have them play consistently for the 90 minutes. You don't want to really switch a little bit up here and switch a little bit up there. But just the fact is that we had Pep Guardiola for the last 3 years, so the players they're used to switching systems, switching formations, switching players in and out. They're kind of used to that already. So I guess you could say, yeah, I shouldn't really worry, but I don't like. I'm personally, I'm not a fan of switching centre back pairings that work well. So for me, it would have, unless Boateng can play 90 minutes, for me he really shouldn't be subbed in. But we'll see about that anyway. We're also happy he can go into midfield, which I still believe that his best position is a central defender. But he can still play as a midfielder, so you have that as well. You have the versatility of the players, so that's good. That's very good to know. That's very good to especially as a coach. It's very good to know that you can just slot that person here, move that person there, move this person there, and it will still work perfectly. Now, we have had 5 matches. We have had 5 clean sheets. So my main goal for today is not so much winning, but just keeping a clean sheet. We're obviously the far superior team. Right? Let's not beat around the bush. We're a better team, right? We're a better team, but that doesn't mean that a win is guaranteed. Now, Ingolstadt, Ancelotti said, I haven't really watched Ingolstadt that much, but Ancelotti has said that Ingolstadt's their best attribute is their defense. And I have to massively disagree with that because looking at the matches, they lost 2-0 against Hertha Berlin, and I actually did watch that match to be fair. They lost 2-0 against Hertha Berlin, and they drew 1-1 against Hamburg. And now they won in the DFB Pokal 7-8 on penalties. But let's focus on the 2 league matches. Against Hamburg, 1-1. Against Hertha Berlin, they lost 2-0. So for me, that doesn't really spell a good defense. I was watching the highlights. Like I said, I did watch the Hertha Berlin match. I was watching the highlights on the Hamburg match. And it wasn't so much the defense that was good. It was much more the midfield. So for me, the defense is pretty poor, the attack is pretty poor, but the midfield, it's okay. Honestly, their midfield is okay. For what the team is, for how valued the team is. I think that their midfield is probably the biggest aspect, the biggest positive. And but obviously that you can't really compare that as well because obviously against us, they're most likely just going to defend. Sorry, against us, they're most likely just going to defend. So it's very difficult to compare them against a different team which plays quite open against a team like us who likes to have their possession. But even if we don't have the possession, we can still attack. So we kind of, against us, most teams will defend, to be fair. So this could be a very one-sided team. Now, I saw a list of our matches, I think our last 5 matches or so, and it was we won, I believe, 2-0, then we won 6-0, then we won 2-0, something like that, 2-0, 6-0, 3-0, 5-0, and 2-0, and then basically it went on a loop. So by that logic, by the loop logic, and we should be winning this match 6-0. I'm just going off the loop right now. Like I said, I don't know the exact scores, but it was in the next one was 6-0. I know that much. But do I think we'll win 6-0? No, I'm not quite at that positive just because we had a Champions League game this week. So I'll say we might win a 2-0 victory, a comfortable 2-0 victory in my opinion. What I'm more interested in is honestly a clean sheet for one. And the second is that we'll see much more of Ancelotti's football. Because so far we've been pretty inconsistent. To be fair, we've had a game where it really looked like this Ancelotti's game plan, and then we had games where we were pretty poor, but we still managed to win and keep a clean sheet. So for me, what is most important right now is to have both keep a clean sheet and show more signs of Ancelotti's football. Much more of exactly what Ancelotti wants to see. But right now, we're still getting bailed out in some games by individual quality, which is great. But honestly, I'm happy about that because you need individual quality. And it's great. It's great, especially when matches don't go your way. Having that individual quality to really show the game out and really help you win. That's really good. Before I end this video, 2 things I want to mention. Robin is back. Is he gonna play today? I'm hoping he gets 20-30 minutes or so. Honestly, I really am. I'm a huge fan of Robin. Robin, the duo. I'm a huge fan of them, right? I don't care. People might say they're old. I say they're still good, and that's all there is to it. And the second thing I want to talk about, batch 2. I'm going to do a video tomorrow, so in case you want to give your thoughts, and you haven't done so far, do you think he's still a key player? Do you still think he's a key player for us? If yes, tell me why in the comment section down below. If no, tell me why in the comment section down below, and I'll have your comments or whatever in the video itself to discuss that. But yeah, that's just all there is for me though today, ladies and gentlemen. As always, please can rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Also, I know some of you guys will ask, because people always ask, do you guys want to check out this book? It's actually not that bad. I've had this for a while, and it's always just been a case of me not really giving it that much attention. But I actually started reading it more and more, and I'm about a quarter right now, quarter of the book. And it's actually a really interesting book. It's a little bit cheesy, I'll be honest here, but it's a very interesting book. It's in German. But if you're able to get that book, and especially if you're able to read that book, I'd give it a go. Like I said, it's very cheesy, but it's just honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that much football related. It's like I said, it's quite cheesy, but I enjoy it. Right? I just wanted to give you guys, if you're looking for a book, check it out. Check it out. That's all there is to it. But yeah, that's all there is to it though from me, ladies and gentlemen. The match starts in 2 hours, so we should be getting a light up in an hour, and I'll see you then. Peace out and have a nice day. Bye.